Welcome to another cooking video with Cousin Bowtie Mark over here.
Hi everyone.
Fresh flown in from the human station on Mars.
Yes, I do get around.
He's got a restaurant up there that is the favorite of everyone. I'm going to have to
No matter where
that.
planet you're from.
This is actually a good friend of mine. His wife and Mrs. Bowtie worked together a number of years ago, and we have a fabulous 5 at 5. Every once in a while we go out to a restaurant together, and 5 of us do. So anyway, what we are talking about is sunchokes, also known as a Jerusalem artichoke, I think inaccurately. If you have not watched any of the other videos in this series, please do. The first video has a lot more information about the history of the sunchoke and how it got its name, and then we harvested it. And we had a prolific harvest. In fact, this is the exact same harvest from that one plant that we harvested in that first video. So we've done some, what was the first thing? Hash browns. Oh my goodness.
Those were absolutely delicious, guys.
Folks, this is not a potato. There's no starch in this. You want to talk about a substitute for a potato with no starch, no carbohydrates in them. This is amazing stuff. And the flavor is simply amazing. Now, the flavor is so good here that we went and grabbed Mrs. Bowtie's ranch. Ooh, that one's got a little bad spot in it. Mrs. Bowtie's ranch dressing out of the fridge. And, oh wait, we're supposed to be cutting this one thick. I'm trying to get 2 dipping slices.
Size, maybe.
Yeah, I'm getting dipping slices. Here we go. There you go.
Ah,
there we go.
perfect.
So these things are really good. And
tell them about the health benefits you
yeah,
talk about.
So yeah, it's good for diabetics. It has inulin in it, which is the good carbohydrate. It is a substitute for potatoes. You can't. And what we've eaten so far, the hash browns, it was amazing. What was it that you remember specifically about it?
They really resembled potato hash browns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that the average person would necessarily tell the difference. If you just served them hash browns and here you go, they'd eat them and think they were eating potatoes.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
And just production note, we actually have the casserole sitting in the oven right now, so we're waiting on that, recording the skillet version here.
And in the meantime, we're snacking.
Yeah, but the health benefits, yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness, these things are so good. I can't get over that. That is the wildest thing. I wasn't sure if I was going to like these. I love these.
The ranch is like cherry on top.
My goodness. Okay, so anyway, let's get on with it. Hi, I'm Bowtie Dave. Now there are some bad spots in these that you have to cut out, and like maritime gardening says, choke up on the knife, get control, scrape those bad spots off.
Yeah, it's a lot like the eye of a potato.
Yeah, it really is. I'm beginning to agree with you on that. I wasn't sure when you first said that in the last video, but I am becoming a convert. These are getting too small. So yeah, this skillet version, we're going to cook up. This was actually from Maritime Gardening. He shared this recipe. And now, the casserole dish recipe we have in the oven right now, it's very simple. Salt and pepper, a little bit of olive oil. That's it. This we're actually going to add some garlic to. And I happen to have some garlic from the garden that we're going to use.
And you know garlic makes everything taste better.
Everything, Mr. Italian.
And then fresh from the garden, can't beat that with a spoon.
Yeah. Well, we did have a really bad year for garlic last year, so don't be disappointed when you see the size of what we've got. So we are cutting these a little bit bigger than we did for the casserole. This is going to sit in the skillet, and it's going to heat in the skillet for a while. Now the stems on these, I've discovered, are kind of woody, so you want to be sure to get all the stems off. Because they're kind of like chewing I mean, I said stems. I meant the roots of these. So we do have a couple of lemons here to add a little acidity to keep it from oxidizing. You can see how beautiful these things look still. What time did we put these in here? Good grief.
Ooh, a while back.
It's been a few hours.
Yeah, and it's kept them fresh. You can see no oxidation on them at all.
They're still beautiful. Yeah, still very beautiful.
But once you bring them out to the air, they quickly will turn.
Yeah, in fact, on the hash browns, I don't know if you were able to see, they were already starting to turn just moments after we ran them through the grater. So you got to be careful about leaving these out. Now, interestingly enough, and this is what I've learned today, is that you can store these in the crisper. What did he say, a couple of weeks in the crisper?
Yes, yeah.
It'll do just fine. You can store these in dirt, which means if you have it in your garden, you can actually leave it in the garden until you're ready. And here's the thing about that. You go harvest what you need. If you leave some, that's next year's crop. That will sprout next year and give you more food.
Which is pretty amazing.
It's amazing, yes. And just the pure delight of having a perennial garden. A lot of this front stuff, in fact, I've been doing these video tours. Ooh, that's a nasty spot. Been doing these video tours, and I don't know if people have noticed yet, but a lot of my newly planted perennial plants are in the front garden, and that's on purpose. I've been kind of organizing the yard as best I can. The ones that I have planted. Now there are some perennial stuff in the back that were not planted by me, that were planted by the previous owner. I think we have about enough here, don't you think?
Yeah.
So, anyway, be sure and catch the video tours. In fact, all of this is really from my records, but of course, little things like this I can refer back to and remember how to do this and remember what the professional told me. We need to get some garlic. How about some garlic?
That sounds like a plan.
Should we add some onion, maybe?
Up to you.
You're the chef.
Well, what we saw was garlic.
Okay, just garlic? All right.
However,
Oh, now he did say bacon, and I looked at we had bacon. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So
when we saw that, we looked at each other and were like, "Oh, bacon."
I couldn't believe it.
Because I mean, who doesn't want bacon in everything?
All right. You know what this is? This is a garlic peeler.
Oh my. Okay.
This is the most incredible invention you've ever seen. What you do, you put your garlics in the middle of there. You can put a few. Now these are little tiny cloves. We had a really bad year for garlic. Some of these are very small cloves. You kind of hold them in there between your fingers.
Oh wow.
And it will actually take the skin off the cloves.
Oh.
Let's see. We need a place to put these. Let's just put those right there. We need a better place to put those, don't we? Let me get a bowl. I got a bowl.
You learn something new every day. Wow.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that came out perfect.
You get these things on Amazon for like $2. It has a texture on the inside that scrubs the paper off the cloves.
I'm gonna have to get me one.
Yeah. This was a set of 2.
On Amazon.
Yep. Talk about clean garlic. That needs to go a little longer. If you have a larger area to do it, it works better.
Yeah, that's coming out nice. Clean.
So I saw that on Living Traditions Homestead up in Missouri. She had one of those, and me and Mrs. Bowtie were watching that, and just blew our minds. Needless to say, before that video was over, we had some ordered. I ordered them that fast. I had a little trouble with this one. Yeah, these are sorry little cloves, aren't they?
No, they're garden fresh,
Yeah, there's another one there. I think there's another one under there. I'm having trouble with this one. Do I need to get some more? That's not going to be enough, is it?
Well, got a few small ones.
Yeah.
I think we saw, was it 2, 3?
Yeah, 2 big cloves.
He had big ones.
Yeah. Let me cut one more of these. we didn't get much from the garden, and what we did get, I went ahead and braided together. Oh, there's a nice bunch of them. Ooh, there's a nasty one in there.
Why do you think the garlic this year, you had some trouble with it?
Well, we were in the middle of moving. Number one, we were in the middle of moving. Is that going to be any good, you think?
It's kind of off color, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is off color. But interesting thing is, we ordered the garlic from the same place we ordered the year before. And before it even got to us, they did a recall.
Oh, wow.
They refunded our money.
Oh, okay.
And they recommended not planting them. And, well, me being the stubborn person I am, I went ahead and planted them just to see what happened. And this is what happened. It was not impressive. This is that one. I can't get that. Yeah. So when the seller gives a recall, there's probably a reason for it. The problem is I'm getting wet here. You can't do this thing on a wet surface. We got a big old mess here because we've been recording a few videos and this is not working. Here, you do it. Lordy day.
Yeah, you folks out there who do quite a bit of cooking are very familiar with the term Mise plots. So,
What is it?
Mise plots.
What is Mise plots?
That means organizing your workstation.
Oh, yes.
Keeping it neat, clean, and organized so that you can quickly prep and get ready to cook.
Oh, that's totally me.
Yep, you can do all your prep.
All right.
And plus it means you don't get any contamination or
That was a
bits in
little
it.
spongy even.
Ooh, no good.
Yeah, that's nasty. That other one was spongy. Okay, is that going to be enough, you think? It might be a little light on the garlic.
I think we're fine.
I don't want to use up Mrs. Bowtie's. I think we have like two heads of garlic left, and they're not very big.
And like anything else we're doing, a lot of this is you do to taste.
Yep.
If you and your family love garlic, that's
Add more.
Yeah. If
And
you
I
don't,
love garlic.
use off.
I love garlic. We've got a whole bunch of garlic we're planting. In fact, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can keep up. Is that going to be enough? Yeah.
We
should
got
probably crush it, shouldn't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead.
We can crush it before we put it in.
Okay.
Do you have a large knife? Or?
Yes, actually I do. How large a knife would you like?
Yeah, that'll work fine.
All right, so it looks like we're getting ready to put something in the skillet. Is that one spongy?
Whoop.
No, this one there? Add a little bit. Well, we didn't end up with much. Oh.
Huh?
Oh, that sounds good. All right.
Yeah, we are ready.
We're going to move into the kitchen. Here we go. So, we've got our casserole dish down in there cooking. Let me turn on an oven light in there. But we're going to do the skillet version of this, and actually we want to heat the oil before we do that.
Yeah. That's right.
Excuse me for correcting the professional here. I bow to your will. But we're going to heat up this olive oil. What'd you put in? Maybe a tablespoon or two?
Yeah, probably a couple.
And we're going to need that lid here in a minute. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
That works better.
And we've got our garlic crushed, ready to put in when the skillet comes up to temperature.
I'll bet this one does a lot better than that other skillet. That skillet we used for the hash brown, what was it called? Granite Stone Diamond. It was gifted to us. I'm not impressed with it.
That's like a as you see on TV.
Yeah, it
as
is.
seen
Well,
on TV.
As seen on TV.
Oh, there we go. Wow, how'd I do that?
You called it, man. Did you see that on there?
I've seen it on TV.
So anyway, we're heating up this, and I think he had that was the medium high heat when he was heating it, right?
Yeah, you're right.
And so
So we got it on 7.
Yeah, 7 out of 9. Again, I won't comment about the Amana engineers. That does not make sense to me.
This is a good heavy bottom.
Yeah, it has a good heavy bottom. It's a decent skillet. I'm going to lower the camera a little bit here. There we go. So hopefully that didn't make anybody too dizzy. So we're sitting here waiting for the skillet to cook. Again, if you didn't catch the first couple parts of this series, be sure and go back, especially the one on harvesting. Oh, there's water here.
Oh.
The one on harvesting the sunchokes. We got into a little bit of the health benefits, which are very important.
Mm-hmm.
This is a food that people need to know about. And when I heard about it, I thought, oh my goodness, this is important. I am a diabetic. In fact, I'm currently wearing a sensor telling me my glucose level, and I'm going to post a picture here of my sugar level. And you can see where I'm at. We actually have eaten some hash browns.
Yep.
That's all we've eaten. So
Just the hash browns.
that's
Those were
all I've
delicious.
eaten today. So we'll have to see how I do. I can tell my my glucose is pretty.
Getting low.
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
riding pretty steady.
Good.
I don't get low very often. But oh, there's some popping.
Mm-hmm.
Getting ready. All right.
As you guys probably know, one of the life hacks is get just a little water on your fingertips, splash it in. If it pops, then the pump tan's probably ready.
There you go. So it's starting to pop. Just starting. I wonder if this stovetop is not level. I have to go in there and do my handyman thing. It's nothing like sitting there waiting for water to boil, right?
A watch pot never boils.
There you go. There you go. So is that skillet going to be big enough? I guess we're probably not going to be able to use all of this, are we?
No, I think we cut up a lot more than we
Yeah.
can use.
I don't want to switch to the bigger skillet either.
Well, this is popping a little bit. What you think?
Yeah. You tell me, pro.
I think we're ready.
All right.
All right, we're gonna get our garlic going. And you just want to spend a couple of minutes in the pot. Let it get aromatic until your kitchen smells like garlic.
There you go. Which means your fan is not on.
Mm-mm.
Oh, wow. I got a whiff of it. I'm already smelling it.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. Okay, I've never done that before. I know Mrs. Bowtie has. I am not the chef, people. So I'm learning right along with y'all.
It just releases all the
Wow.
fragrance and the power that's in garlic.
It is power.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what do you need, a spatula? There's a spoon. I had a spatula. Oh, there's a spatula right there.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
There we go. This we'll use later when we start stirring this stuff up. So basically we're doing the garlic here. Gonna add a little salt and pepper here in a moment. And then we're gonna add our sunchokes in, which are in the water, by the way, so they don't turn brown, oxidize. Tell you what, for the salt, why don't you use that pink Himalayan over there?
Yeah, this will be better. Yeah, on this one, don't be afraid of the salt. Once it coats all of the stuff, you know, it'll all melt.
Yeah.
So
All right. Are we getting ready to put
I think
some-
we're ready.
All right. I'm going to get our little handy dandy strainer here and strain off some of the water, because this thing will pop if we put too much water in it, won't it?
It will.
So I'll probably get maybe 2 scoops. Now we're using a small skillet here. If you're feeding a family of 4, of course you want to use your big skillet. Put a lot more in here. Oh, look at here. I bet we can fit all this in there. It is going to cook down quite a bit. Yeah, there we go. We got it all.
Yeah, they just made a mess. Darn it.
We'll lower that heat to just above medium.
So I added a little more oil to the
Oh,
pan.
did you? Okay.
And the idea is that these are going to be coated evenly with the salt, pepper, and the olive.
And you're going to cook this like this for about 10 minutes. You're going to do it about three minute sets. Let it set for about 3 minutes. Stir it up. Let it set for about 3 minutes. Stir it up. Give us a. Oh, what? Not cook time. How do I use this? Timer. There we go. Cancel. Timer. I'm just getting us a clock going so we can have a reference point. So at about 18 minutes, we'll give it a little stir. And you're getting a little bit of browning on it in this first 10 minutes. And then what's going to happen is we're going to set it on the lowest setting for somewhere between 35 minutes maybe.
35 minutes, yeah.
And basically we're going to go down to test. We're going to take a fork and we're going to stick it in, or a knife, and see how it feels, because it's going to be soft like a potato. And the guy on Maritime Gardening said that you can actually serve this, and people may not know that you're not serving them potatoes. Now, there are fair warnings with Jerusalem Artichokes, or Sunchokes as they're better known, as far as making them a part of your diet. Do not just jump into a tenth of your diet every day being part of these. You need to build up, because your body needs to learn how to process it, or it turns into a gaseous problem. So
well, right now I can't describe the aroma. It's wonderful, and
it is different.
yeah, it's that garlicky aroma which most people enjoy. I think it's great.
Yeah, it has garlic.
But the profile's changing as this begins to brown up a little bit. This will shrink. It has a heavy liquid content.
Oh yeah.
A lot of that will evaporate out. And just every few minutes, just kind of toss it around, because again, if we want everything to be browned evenly and coated with the seasoning and the olive oil.
It is an interesting aroma. It's not quite potato.
No, it's a little different.
So when I was young, this is a funny story. Mrs. Morash was her name. Mr. and Mrs. Morash. They were a very old couple when I was like 10 years old. And she walks out with this big old pie, and she says, "Do you like pumpkin pie?" And of course, I love pumpkin pie. And I was 10-year-old me, like, yay, pumpkin pie! So she sets it down, she cuts a piece, and she serves it to us. I scarfed it down. It was the best pumpkin pie, but it tasted different. She must have a secret recipe. And then about the time we're scarfing down the last bite, she says, "How did you like your squash pie?"
I knew that was coming.
I was like, what?
Yep.
And then we said, "But you said it was pumpkin pie." She says, "No, I didn't say. I just asked if you liked pumpkin pie." Because Mrs. Morash would never lie. But yeah, this is one of those things. Anybody for fried potatoes or how do you like mashed potato? Someone talked about doing mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Or mashed sunchokes, I mean. And
I believe the mash was add a couple of russet potatoes in.
yeah.
Along with this when it's fully cooked.
Yeah, you could do half and half or complete. Yeah, that's right. That was Maritime Gardening also. And I'll link all these videos. There is a playlist on my channel that has a lot of these recipes that we researched, that we watched, and so you can watch those videos too. There's a couple of Rachel Rays in there. There's a Maritime Gardening, Prepper Potpourri. So,
but if you can get a hold of this stuff, I highly recommend it because it's easy to work with.
yeah.
None of what we're doing is like, whoa, what did they do?
Yeah, very, very uncomplicated. So, there you have it. We're going to let this simmer here for about another 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. And then and stir it occasionally. And then at that point, we're going to put a lid on it, turn the stovetop on low, on the lowest setting, and it's going to steam in there with it. This will hold the heat in, and it's going to steam and really start making it soft, like a potato. and we'll come back after that. So for us, it's going to be another 30, 35, maybe 40 minutes. For you, it's going to be the next scene. The magic of TV.
Magic, yeah.
So here we go.
Good grief.
You must live with a dog. Do you?
Yes, he cleans. Yes, my puppy's name is Maverick, and he's like a Hoover vacuum cleaner. At your
Maverick
feet.
is worse than a Hoover.
If it hits the floor, oh, he's going to take care of it. And if he misses it, the cat will get it.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, I forgot about the cat. So you can see it's just starting to turn brown. It's going to be about another 3 minutes till we cover it. Now, also, once we cover it, we're going to have to stir it occasionally as well.
Every 5 minutes or so.
We will include at least 1 or 2 of those in here too.
Right.
All right, so it's been a few minutes since we covered this up, and whoa, we didn't turn this down. Oh my goodness, we were supposed to turn that down and we forgot.
Oops.
Yeah, we're good at burning stuff here, folks.
Well, we got a lot going on right now. I think we failed today's multitask test.
Yeah, well, I failed that test when I was born. They told me to breathe in, I breathed in. They told me to breathe out. I said, make up your mind. Which one do you want me to do? I don't multitask.
All right,
All right, so
turn
there's
them over in there, and so it's
first
back on.
stirring, and now we have the heat on low, the way we're supposed to.
Should have been already.
Oh my goodness! I'm glad it wasn't any longer. I'm glad you checked it that soon. Oh, yeah. We are not professional chefs, people. If we can do this, you can do it. That's what I always say about Zach Stivers. If you don't know who he is, go watch Stivers Homestead. If he can do it, we can all do it. He's awesome. Love you, Zach. We are about 14 and a half minutes into this thing on low and covered.
Yeah, it's definitely softening up.
Yeah.
And you can see there's almost no white left.
For us, it's going to be 5 more minutes. For you, it's going to be the next frame. So here we are. It has been actually 29 minutes since we covered this over, but we did leave the heat too high for that first few minutes. But this is looking good. I mean, things are mushy, soft, and we're feeling pretty optimistic about this. So
I think it's fork time.
It is. I think it's beyond fork time. I think it's ready for taste testing.
Taste testing.
You want to do it right here? Okay.
I just want to double check. Oh, it is. It's wonderfully soft.
Okay.
That's good.
Let's wrap this up. Still have a casserole down there. We're gonna put this out on a plate and have a few bites. All right. All right. So, Sunchoke.
The moment we've
On the
all been
skillet.
waiting for.
Yes, this is the hash browns were good. I'm gonna give each a similar
Thank you, sir.
style level of brownness here. This looks like something my mom would make. You know, actually, it looks like something Mrs. Bowtie would make. To be honest.
This would be a perfect side dish for whatever.
Yeah, it is. It's a starch type food, and again, substitute for potatoes.
Yeah.
No
better health
carb, no
benefits.
starch. Oh wow, that one was soft. If you served that to me and told me it was potatoes, I would believe you. Absolutely believe you.
Nicely almost caramelized. And through the cooking process and the olive oil and all, it darkened up some. And oh yeah, it's a potato duplicate. I mean, visually.
Visually, no, it's funny because we keep noting it looks like mushrooms in the skillet. Looks like a bunch of mushrooms, but my goodness, this oh, tell you what, let's pour some out in the bowl so we don't mess up her Mrs. Bowtie's stash of ranch.
Now is that the homemade ranch?
It's the powder for when you buy the powder in a container,
Oh, okay.
in a jar. We give us each one. How's that sound? Way too much for one person, but okay. There we go.
Perfect.
That way we won't mess up Mrs. Bowtie's
Sound good.
stash.
We don't want an angry Mrs.
Not that she
Bowtie.
would ever see this video. Okay. So my first thought is, why wouldn't you just put some of that powder that you make the ranch out of
And use it as part
right
of the
as part of the
process.
seasoning?
I agree. I think you just invented something new.
Huh. That is pretty darn good.
Yeah.
My goodness. Wow.
That dish is a success, definitely.
Most definitely. That's amazing. It has the consistency. Now it's interesting, the flavor. I don't know, there is a slightly different flavor that I can taste in there. But to be honest, if I didn't know it was Sunchokes, I would just figure it's probably the seasoning or something.
Right.
The consistency is just like potatoes. Oh my goodness. I cannot get over that. Well, there you go, folks. Another recipe down. Done in a skillet. Sunchokes, also known as Jerusalem Artichokes, the tuber. Again, if you haven't seen the first video where we harvested these, you need to go back and look.
Oh, yeah.
This has been an amazing day. Very educational for me.
And a couple of really successful dishes.
Yeah, very successful. This has been amazing. So, again, please like the video if you learned something new. Subscribe to the channel. We've got possibly 2 more recipes coming up, maybe 3. And
Especially the, what was the one you kept wanting?
Fermenting.
Yeah.
fermenting. I tell you what, I'm interested in the soup too. Rachel Ray did a soup with potatoes and sunchokes.
Yeah, you read that. Right about that.
And it looked delicious. But anyway, click a thumbs up if you learned something. Subscribe to the channel and hit the little notification if you want to be sure to not miss anything. And share with the video with a friend on social media too. All those are free things you can do. Free things that don't cost you money that you can do to help grow the channel and help grow the community that we're building. And all that being said, I guess there's only one more thing to say. Take it away.
Have a blessed day, y'all.
There you go.